On July 19th at approximately 5 a.m., police responded to 8285 Dix Ellis Trail, Motel 6, in reference to a fire. Upon their arrival, they found 3 individuals in the parking lot with injuries. One victim had a gunshot wound to the head. She was transported to the hospital. Our investigation revealed that earlier, one of our victims contacted our suspects by phone, and a plan was to meet at the hotel later on. When the suspects arrived, they were armed. They tied up the victims. They sexually assaulted them. When one of the victims resisted, she was shot in the head. Suspects then rummaged through the room, taking personal belongings belonging to the victims, and then set the room on fire while they were still inside, tied up. Our third victim, a male, was in the room with them. He was able to get both of the females out to the parking lot before the hotel became engulfed in flames. There was considerable damage to the hotel, so basically he probably saved their lives. The car was recovered a short time later. Our victim in the hospital with the gunshot wound was able to write down the names of the suspects. They were picked up yesterday by our criminal apprehension team, brought downtown, and denied any involvement in this. Their charges are attempted murder, arson, armed robbery, carjacking, false imprisonment, and sexual battery. And the 2 suspects are James L. Dickinson, a black male 30, and his brother, Donald J. Dickinson, a black male 32. And I'll take any questions. Yes?
Derek Bennett, Action News. Can you repeat those charges just one more time?
Attempted murder, arson, armed robbery, carjacking, false imprisonment, and sexual battery.
Ashley Harding, Channel 4 News. Any indication of what that meeting was supposed to be about?
One of our victims knew the suspect, and apparently they had rented that room earlier, and they had other people coming to the hotel during that night, and so it was a plan that they would come by, spend some time with them. I don't think she realized what she was getting into when they arrived, armed.
Dana Train, Times Union, was this prostitution related?
No, Dan, we don't believe prostitution was involved.
One more question. The fellow you said was able to get free and take the 2 women out of the room. Was he not tied up? Or?
He was not tied up. When he got there, when the suspect was already in the room, he knocked on the door. The suspect produced a gun and made him come inside, lay on the ground. He covered him up, put a pillow over his head, and basically told him, if you move, I'm going to kill you. So he basically stayed still while all this was taking place. And then when he heard them leave, smelled the smoke, he did get up and then got the 2 girls out of the room.
Both suspects were in the room at that time, or just one?
One at that time, and then another one arrived a short time later.
The second suspect arrived after the rescuer.
Yes.
Was already there. So
yes.
Woody, first question is, what are the victims' status now? How are they doing?
One is still in the hospital. I don't know her condition, but serious injury for the head wound. I believe she is going to live, but probably have some permanent damage. The other victim was released, and our male victim is okay.
Any other questions?
Dana Treen, one more time. What was the purpose of all this meeting, this gathering? Was it?
Like I said, Dana, they had rented that room and had people come over, I guess, for like this meeting party or whatever, and then and then they called this individual to come over, and like I said, I don't think she realized what their intentions were.
All right. He's going to go into something else right now.
Right.